The day started as usual, but I didn't yet know that my world was about to fall apart. Yesterday, my wife had made the careless mistake of leaving her Facebook account open. Curiosity gripped me and I couldn't resist the temptation to look at her private messages. What I discovered broke my heart into 1,000 pieces. I discovered her correspondence with an unknown man who had become her confidant, her secret lover. The messages revealed a hidden world of desire, longing, and deceit. The truth came before my eyes, and I could no longer ignore it. As I scrolled through the messages, my hands trembled and anger and pain built up inside. I couldn't understand how my wife, the woman I loved and cherished, could betray me like this. The words on the screen burned into my mind, imprinting themselves into the depths of my soul. In the midst of my confusion, I stumbled upon a conversation that shook my entire being. It was a dialogue between my wife and this mysterious man, filled with a mixture of passion and mystery. "Wife, I've missed you so much. When will I see you again? Unknown man, I long for you, my love. Soon we will be together." My heart sinks as I read those words. How could she yearn for another man while I was there for her, ready to give her everything? The pain was unbearable, and I felt anger, betrayal, and confusion bubbling up in my veins. With tears streaming down my face, I told my wife about her infidelity. She vehemently denied it, insisting it was all innocent talk and fantasy. But I could see the guilt in her eyes and the way she avoided my gaze. The trust we had built over the years was shattered in an instant. "Wife, it wasn't what you think, dear. It was just harmless chatter." Me? Harmless chatter? Are you kidding me? Those messages speak volumes. How could you do this to me? Her attempts to downplay the seriousness of the situation only fueled my anger. The pain was too strong, too deep to be brushed off with weak excuses. Me, I gave you everything, loved you with all my heart, and this is how you repay me? How could you betray our vows? She pleaded with me, tears streaming down her face, but the damage was done. The seed of doubt had been planted, and it would take more than tears to rebuild the broken trust. Holding his phone number in my hands, I pondered my next steps. I struggled with conflicting emotions, torn between confronting this man and holding on to my pain. The need to know the truth consumed me, and I decided to reach out to him. I wanted to meet, to ask him face to face without resorting to violence or yelling. I longed for a resolution, a simple yes or no answer. Armed with determination, I embarked on a journey to uncover the depths of this betrayal. As I dialed the number, my heart pounded frantically and my palms became increasingly cramped. The phone rang, and after a few agonizing moments, a voice answered on the other end. "Unknown male, hello? Me, is this Mark? We need to talk." "Unknown male, who is this? How did you get this number?" "Me, I'm the husband of the woman you've been exchanging messages with. I know about your affair and that you have been having passionate sex." A silence hung in the air, heavy with tension. I could almost hear the gears turning in his head as he contemplated the gravity of his actions. "Unidentified male, look, I didn't mean for it to go this far. It was just harmless fun, a momentary mistake and weakness." Me? Harmless fun? A momentary mistake and weakness? Do you have any idea how much pain you caused? Unidentified man, I'm sorry. I really am. I never thought it would go this far. I love my wife, and I never meant to hurt anyone. Me? Love your wife? Then why did you start this affair? Why did you take advantage of my wife's weakness? His feeble attempts at remorse and justification only fueled my anger. I needed answers, and I needed to understand how two people could betray their loved ones like that. Me, I want to meet face to face. I need to hear the truth from your lips. No more hiding behind messages and excuses. Unknown, okay, let's meet. I owe you so much. I'll tell you everything, but please realize it was a moment of weakness. Me, weakness. There is no excuse for what you both did. But I must know the truth, even if it destroys me. The conversation ended and we agreed to meet on neutral ground. My emotions were in turmoil, a mix of anger, resentment, and a desperate desire for a resolution. I had to face him, the man who had destroyed my world. Love is a complicated beast. For 4 years, I showered my wife with affection, fulfilling her every desire. Material goods, exotic vacations, and passionate encounters filled our days. However, parenthood and the harsh realities of life took their toll. While I remained insatiable in my desire, she often felt tired and exhausted. I tried to understand her by offering massage and comfort, but the emptiness between us grew. In a moment of vulnerability, we discussed the possibility of finding other avenues of pleasure, even swinging. Little did I know that this conversation would haunt me in the days that followed. Me, you look tired, love. Is there anything I can do to help? Wife, I appreciate your concern, but I'm just swamped with work and taking care of the kids. It's exhausting. Me, I understand, but I miss the connection we used to have. The passion seems to be fading. Wife, I'm sorry, honey. I'll try to make more time for us. It's just that things have been overwhelming me lately. I tried to be patient, but the longing for intimacy was gnawing at my soul. I longed for the closeness we once shared, the exciting moments that seemed to be slipping away. Me, have you ever thought about finding other ways to diversify our relationship? Maybe swinging, for example? Wife, swinging? Are you serious about that? I don't know if I can handle that. Me, it's just a suggestion, love. I want us to reignite the fire between us again, to explore new boundaries together. Wife, I appreciate your openness, but I'm not sure if I'm ready for something like this. Let's focus on us first. Little did I know that this conversation would serve as a catalyst for further events. The seed of doubt had been planted, and it had grown into a poisonous vine of temptation. A year ago, she found a job, and with it came a string of absences. Summer vacations alone with the kids, then long business trips. The physical distance between us strained our connection, leading to Skype shenanigans and occasional visits filled with passionate encounters. But it was on Facebook that I learned the extent of her infidelity. In over 2,000 posts, their illicit desires played out before my eyes. She confessed that she missed him, craved sex, and looked forward to their next encounter. Hey, a married man with children of his own, claimed to love only his wife while indulging in this forbidden affair. The frank nature of their conversations left me in shock and disbelief. She turned into a seductive temptress, offering new sexual adventures and rendezvous in the most unexpected places. Me, how could you do that after everything we had? I gave you everything, loved you wholeheartedly. Wife, I don't know what came over me. It was a moment of weakness, a fantasy that got out of control. Me, a moment of weakness? I trusted you, believed in our love. How could you betray me like that? Her attempts to explain and justify her actions went unheeded. The pain was too acute, too deep to be quieted by mere words. A year ago, she'd found a job, and with it came a string of absences. Summer vacations alone with the kids, then long business trips. The physical distance between us strained our connection, leading to erotic Skype games and occasional visits filled with passionate encounters. But it was on Facebook that I learned the extent of her infidelity. In over 2,000 posts, their illicit desires played out before my eyes. She confessed that she missed him, craved sex, and looked forward to their next encounter. Hey, a married man with children of his own, claimed to love only his wife while indulging in this forbidden affair. The frank nature of their conversations left me in shock and disbelief. She turned into a seductive temptress, offering new sexual adventures and rendezvous in the most unexpected places. Me, how could you do that after everything we had? I gave you everything, loved you wholeheartedly. Wife, I don't know what came over me. It was a moment of weakness, a fantasy that got out of control. Me, a moment of weakness? I trusted you, believed in our love. How could you betray me like that? Her attempts to explain and justify her actions went unheeded. The pain was too acute, too deep to be drowned out by mere words. As our conversation continued, the truth was revealed as a twisted tale of deceit and desire. The messages revealed the double life she led, a secret world of clandestine meetings and passionate dates. Me, how could you lie to me day after day? Secretly meeting him behind my back? Wife, I never meant for that to happen. It just escalated. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. Me, forgive you? How can I trust you again? That woman I thought I knew doesn't exist. The realization of her act hit me like a sledgehammer. The foundation of our marriage collapsed, shattering into irreparable shards. Wife, please, let's deal with this. I'll do anything to make it right, to win back your trust. Me, get my trust back. How can I trust a man who has deceived me in the worst possible way? Her pleas for forgiveness only fueled my anger and frustration. The weight of her betrayal hung in the air, drowning out any remnants of the love we once shared. Me, we need to talk about this to figure out what to do next. But right now, I need to be alone. Wife, please don't leave me. I love you, and I'm willing to do whatever it takes to make things right. Me, love. Love is no excuse for the pain you've caused. I need space to think things through. I met a stranger at a coffee shop. I wanted so badly to punch him in the face and humiliate him the way he humiliated me. But I restrained myself. He begged me to forgive him and said that he had already forgotten about my wife, that he was married and loved his wife and his children. And with my wife, it was a moment of weakness and nothing more. After listening to him for a while, I got up and left. When I got home, we talked to my wife. She begged me on her knees not to leave her. I decided to forgive. I was sorry for our children and for them only, and decided to check her promises with time. And then it will be seen what I will do with our marriage and her infidelity.